Israelites 101, Part 2. What did they look like? I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem. As the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon, look not upon me, because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keepers of the vineyard, but my own vineyard I have not kept. Lamentations 5, verse 10. Our skin was black like an oven, because of the terrible famine naturally locked up. Song of Solomon 5 and 11. His head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Samson had 7 dreadlocks. Judges 16, verse 19. And she made him sleep upon his knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went away from him. Numbers 6 and 11. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto Yahweh, all the day of the vows of his separation shall no razor come upon his head, until the days be fulfilled, in the which he separate himself unto Yahweh. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. The Israelites in appearance resembled the Egyptians. According to the curator, 95% of Egyptian statues and busts were defiled by early Christians and Muslims. They would have you believe it was because the statues were looked at as adultery. But the nose is a distinctive black feature no one can deny. Taking off the nose made them less offended by the statues. Many images of black people in rulership were whitewashed or destroyed. Many will agree this statue and Michael Jackson looked much better with their original nose. Israelites mistaken for Egyptians. Moses passed for an Egyptian, and the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses, and she said, Because I drew him out of water. Exodus 2, verse 16. And now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the trough to water their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, How is it that you are come so soon today? And they said, An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. The plague of leprosy. Leviticus 13, verse 3. And the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague be in the sight deeper than the skin of the flesh, it is the plague of leprosy. And the priest shall look upon him, and pronounce him unclean. Exodus 4 and 6. And Yahweh said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. And he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. Numbers 12, verse 9. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my master, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let not her be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, Heal her now, O El, I beseech thee. Turning leprous or turning white is a shame. Isaiah 29:22. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham, concerning the house of Jacob, Jacob shall not be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Yahweh's word is truth. The face of his people did not wax pale. More information to come about the impostors who call themselves Jewish or Israelite. Look for it in my part 4 of this series.